Yo, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a few things going on. A few maintenance things and some not so maintenance things. Just check out what we got going. So we got this thing going on here today. It's basically a light side of sport front wheel drive car. It's fully built. I gotta put oil pump in this thing. I gotta put some bearings in it. Had an issue where the aluminum rods, the rod cap, actually hit the windage tray. Depending on what aluminum rod you have, because they're so big at the bottom, some people run the windage tray, some people don't. This one in particular, the windage tray and the rods made contact, so it messed up the windage tray. Luckily, it happened very soon, so he noticed oil pressure was all over the place. It wasn't consistent, so he killed the car and brought it to me. I got it broken down, checked it out, so everything seems to be pretty straight. I'm gonna put an oil pump in it just in case. Everything else is clean. I had to order some rod bearings. Got rod bearings. I'm gonna put those in. This will be back together. Maintenance. I got put a catalytic converter on this thing. It's my buddy's bus. You from my area, you know this. This is one of the fleets. 540 party bus. I'll leave a link in the description below if you need to get your party on safe, so you don't catch no DUIs or anything like that. So hit them up if you need you got a wedding or you got just a night out on the town with some friends. Make it safe. So we're gonna put a new cat on this thing and pull the codes. I don't think it's anything else, but got a brand new cat right here. The one that's on the bus is looks like a universal deal. So we're gonna get these two things taken care of today, and then we're gonna jump back into the race car here soon. But you know, these are the kind of things that pay the bills to allow me to keep on racing. Hopefully I get my man right here to come out racing with me once we get this joint back together. So 2022, look out for this car. He'll probably be start off in like an index, something like that, to get his feet wet, so get used to driving the car and all that type of stuff. But yeah, so let's get to work. All right, so we under the bus here. As you can see, just look like a universal cat deal somebody made up. They added a piece with a factory style flange on it. This end, just a slip joint. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray all these bolts and stuff down so I can be able to get it off with no issues, and go and get the new deal in there. Let's go get some WD-40 and spray all that stuff down. All right, here we go. Got this old cat off. Getting ready to get this new one on. So this one was kind of a pain to get out of here, but we got it out. So now I get ready to get this new full-size deal back in there. Really can't tell because I'm under here whether it's clogged or not, but looks okay. But you can definitely tell that's a smaller deal than that. Size comparison is this one, that one over there is almost 4 times the size of this. So let's get the new one back in and get this thing started up. Yeah, buddy, got the new one in. Everything's all back. Put the hangers back up there. put the O2s back in. So now start it up, take it on test drive. Yep, got it on test drive. Everything seems to be all right. Had the check engine light. I went on to reset that. Still has a service light. That's the little wrench is just for service. We probably need to do regular maintenance, oil change, that type of stuff. Sounds like it got a squeaking belt. I'm gonna check that out when I get back to the house. But other than that, she's ready to go. Call them up, tell them to come pick it up. All right, now on to this. We gotta put got the bearings and stuff for this. Like I said, King bearings. Gotta get the pan cleaned up, make sure ain't nothing in that. And then we also gonna put a oil pump on this car. So let's get under here, get the pan that I have on there just sitting on there and get that off so we can put these bearings in. Yeah, so I only put a few nuts on here. This is just an old pan I had sitting around. So get this thing unbolted, and so we can put these bearings in. Got two over here. Take it. All right. So let's pop these caps off. Pull the bearing out. Gonna have to push the rod up in there so you can get the other side of the bearing out. And then we can put this all back together. Then he has a new oil pump, like I said. I'm gonna I gotta take the crank pulley and all that stuff and time belt off. But I just wanna do the bottom end first. So it's complete. And then when I put the oil pump and stuff back on, then I can put the pan and the pickup and all that back on. All right, let's get to it. All right, so we got this rod cap off. Off number one. So now all you do is push it up. Oh, there go the bearing. And then see right there, push it up. Then we can put a new bearing in there, pull it back down, put a new bearing in the cap, then tighten it back up, torque it down, go on to the next one. All right, so we got 1 and 4 new bearings are in. So I'm gonna take the bolt out, put some 30 weight motor oil on there, then get these things torqued back down to spec, and then move on to 2 and 3. All right, got all new bearings in. Now I'm gonna get over here, take this wheel off, and take the crank pulley off, timing belt, so we can get this oil pump off, put a new one on, put it all back together. So we got the crank pulley off. Now we gonna get the timing cover off. We're gonna set timing at TDC before we pull the belt off, and get the oil pump off, get a new one on. You know the deal. Timing covers off, belts off. Let's go ahead and get these 2 12s out, and the tins all the way around the oil pump. Take this off, and I got a new one in the car, OEM. Yep. All the bolts are out, and that's how you get the oil pump off. Clean this surface up, put a little Honda bond on there, put a new oil pump back on. OEM pump, Honda bond. Gonna get it there, get the service prep, put this thing back on here. All right, we got a new oil pump on there. Just slid the timing pulley on. About to get this timing belt put back on. Then I could put the pan and stuff back on. Put the ATI pulley back on, alternator belt. Be all done. Got timing belt back on. Now, go ahead and get the pan cleaned up. Get that back on. Put this cover back on. Put oil in it. Start it up. It's all back together. Now we're just gonna put some oil in here. Start it up. Make sure oil pressures and everything's good. And tell them come get it. Oil's all full. See what we got. Power switch back here. She all done. Had a little air in the coolant lines. Bled that out. I fixed the shifter. I don't know what clutch he has in this thing, but I'm gonna tell you what, that thing is hard to push down. My car got triple disc in there, and it all almost feel like a little bit stronger or a little bit harder to push down than stock. This thing, I almost felt like I was on a daggone leg machine in the gym. I don't know. Anyway, it's done. Like I said, watch out for this one. It'll be we're gonna get his feet wet. He gonna try to start running some index racing next year. This is Instagram right here. It's Charles Jones. So yeah. Now, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned, because I got something big coming up. So Catch y'all in the next one. Deuce.